let me tell you something about the Great Green Jungle. First of all, please subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. I was talking about the Green Jungle. This jungle was not the kind that stays quiet like a guilty child. This one used to sing. In the morning, birds would shout greetings from the tallest trees. In the afternoon, the river would clap on stones like hands beating drums. At night, crickets would play tiny music like children practicing secret songs. And in the middle of that jungle was a kingdom. Not the kind made by humans with iron gates and long speeches. This one was made by animals, with villages that had rules, market days, festivals, and even gossip that moved faster than wind. They called it the Animal Kingdom of Mbali Forest. The biggest village was Palm Wine Market Village, where palm fruits were traded, nuts were counted, and everybody argued about prices like it was a sport. There was Riverbend Village, where Crocodile's family guarded the water and collected river taxes, which was just a fancy way of saying they wanted fish. There was Hilltop Village, where antelope and deer lived, always practicing how to run as if running was a job. And there was Tree Root Village, where the elders met under a giant iroko tree that was so old, even the wind greeted it with respect. Now, the most important thing in Mbali Forest was not the market. It was not even the river. It was a sacred drum called Mbali, the rain-calling drum. They said the drum was carved from a tree struck by lightning, and its skin was stretched from the hide of a giant forest buffalo that once challenged the storm. Nobody knew if that part was true, but everybody knew one thing. When Mbali was played, rain came. Not small rain that falls like someone sprinkling water from a cup. Real rain. Rain that washed the leaves clean, filled the river, and made the yams fat in the ground. And who kept the drum? That one is where the story begins. The drum was kept by Owl, the wise keeper of traditions. He lived in a hollow tree near Tree Root Village. He never laughed too loud, never spoke too fast, and never promised what he could not do. Owl had one helper, Parrot, the town crier of the jungle. Parrot's work was to announce meetings and shout warnings. But Parrot had another hobby, spreading news even when it was not ready. If you told Parrot, "I think it might rain tomorrow," Parrot would announce, "Rain is coming. Everybody bring your buckets." And then when the sun stayed hot, Parrot would still find a way to blame someone. Now, in the same jungle lived someone else. Someone small, slow, and shaped like a pot. Tortoise. If you don't know Tortoise, let me tell you, Tortoise was not poor because he was unlucky. He was poor because he liked easy money. He did not hunt like leopard. He did not farm like elephant. He did not gather like ants. Tortoise gathered ideas. Bad ideas. He could turn a simple greeting into a business plan. He could turn a festival into a scam. But Tortoise had one big talent: he could talk. And his mouth was sweet like overripe mango. One hot morning, Parrot flew through Palm Wine Market Village shouting, "Announcement! Announcement! All animals must gather at Tree Root Village by sunset. Important meeting!" Everybody stopped what they were doing. Even monkeys stopped hanging upside down, which tells you it was serious. By sunset, the whole jungle was there. Elephant stood like a mountain with ears. Leopard leaned against a tree with serious eyes. Hare jumped around, pretending he was not afraid. Hyena laughed as if laughing was his only food. Crocodile didn't come fully. He stayed near the river, watching with half his body and all his suspicion. Owl cleared his throat. "My people," Owl said softly, but his voice carried. "The sky is dry." Everybody murmured. It had been dry. Too dry. "The rain has delayed," Owl continued. "So tonight, we will play Mbali to call the rain." A happy sound rose from the crowd. Finally, they imagined puddles, fresh leaves, and cooler nights. Then Owl said the sentence that changed everything. "But the drum is missing." Silence fell like a heavy stone. Even Hyena stopped laughing. That one was a miracle. "Missing?" Elephant asked. "How can a drum disappear?" "I locked it in my hollow tree," Owl said. "This morning I found the lock broken and the space empty." Parrot, who loved drama, shouted, "This is sabotage. This is wickedness. This is somebody's uncle." Leopard lifted a paw. "Quiet." Leopard was the jungle's chief guard. He didn't talk plenty. But when he talked, even the leaves listened. "This is a crime against the whole kingdom," Leopard said. "No rain means hunger. Hunger means fighting. Fighting means blood. We will not allow it." Then he turned slowly and looked at everyone. His eyes passed through the crowd like a knife passing through soft fruit. And unfortunately for Tortoise, Leopard's eyes paused on him just a little longer than normal. Tortoise swallowed and forced a laugh. Chief Leopard, why are you looking at me like that? I am just a small shell with no trouble." Leopard said, "Small things can cause big trouble." Tortoise smiled too hard. "True. True." Owl raised his wing. "We will not accuse without proof. But we will search. Every village will be checked." The crowd began to shake with fear and anger. Animals started whispering, "Who could do this? Maybe it is crocodile. Maybe it is monkey. Maybe it is the humans." But then Hare, who enjoyed showing off, shouted, "We should race to find it. Whoever finds the drum first becomes rain hero." Some animals cheered because they liked the idea of a reward. But Leopard's face did not change. "We are not playing games," Leopard said. "This is not a festival." Tortoise raised his hand like a child who suddenly remembered something. "Excuse me, elders. I have an idea." Everybody turned. Owl looked at him carefully. "Speak, Tortoise." Tortoise cleared his throat. "What if the thief wants to sell it? I mean, such a drum is valuable. Maybe the thief will go to the Deep Vine Corner, where strangers pass." Deep Vine Corner was a shadowy part of the jungle where travelers sometimes crossed. It was also where foolish deals happened. Leopard narrowed his eyes. "That is possible." Tortoise nodded quickly. "So we should send a smart person, someone who can hide and listen." Monkey shouted, "Send Parrot." Parrot can shout from a tree. Parrot shouted, "Yes, I can shout from any tree." Leopard ignored them. Then Hare shouted, "Send me. I am fast." Elephant rumbled, "Fast is not the same as smart." The crowd laughed a little. Then Leopard said, "I will go myself." And when Leopard said that, everyone's stomach tightened, because Leopard going himself meant it was worse than they thought. That night, Mbali Forest slept with open ears. And somewhere deep in the shadows, someone small dragged something heavy through the grass, grunting, slipping, and whispering angrily. "Why did I even steal a drum this big?" And the moon looked down and said nothing. Leopard begins the hunt, but Tortoise is already moving the stolen drum toward Deep Vine Corner.